And we back in here, you know. I'm finna tell y'all about that reflections. You know, welcome back in, experience my journey. I just harvested me some kale. You know, nice looking kale. That kale look good, don't it? Pretty big leaves. And all I do is juice it. I need to go get me some lemons and limes. But I'm gonna rinse that. Put it in the refrigerator, y'all. I'll keep coming over here. That's turmeric. This is my Japanese sweet potato. I started too late with these, but I see it trying to shoot some little sprouts out. So I'm gonna put that in some soil. And this is a old regular Beauregard sweet potato. I'm gonna put that in some soil today. Start getting me some more slips going. And I got this new thing that I learned that to grow sweet potatoes in wood chips. Now, as y'all know, I got plenty of wood chips back there. So I'm finna build me a little bed for some sweet potatoes. And cause I already got me some good slips going right here. These about ready to be planted right here. In this jar right here. Pull them out. I just put one in there yesterday, so it ain't trying to root. But you see the roots coming out of those. I want to say that's the Beauregard that came off of that one. And I got plenty more, so, and it's still going to keep shooting slips up. So I'm going to build me a little raised bed. Not nothing. It's going to be like narrow, like a rectangle. Not a rectangle. Yeah, a rectangle. So it's going to be kind of narrow. But I just harvested the kale. Now with these tomatoes, the cracking at the top that you see, looking like a little spider, or like just something about to take over the tomato. That's called radial cracking. And it came from my better bush. Those are better bush tomatoes. That big plant in the middle right there, in my little small bed. That's a better bush tomato. And I noticed it was cracking, but I should have took it off. Something told me to just take it off the plant, whether it was edible or not. But the radial cracking, whatever, they say it's more prone to not being edible when it cracks like this at the top of the tomatoes. Yeah. And you got the blossom rot stuff going on. It would have still been edible, cut all that off. But being that it's cracking at the top, I'm not even going to take a chance on eating it. And all of them have been showing that blossom rot. And I think it was because it was being overwatered. I was doing a little overwatering. Like I told y'all, that bed right there still got uncomposted food scraps in it. But it was moist as heck. But when we get rain, the bottom of that bed, I want to say, kind of holds water. So I really don't have to water that bed. And that's a whole nother story I got to tell y'all about why that holds water. But it's all about the property and how it slants down and all of that. But these are radial cracking. This is radial cracking on the tomatoes. I'm not going to eat them. Or I might just cut them up, throw them in the compost. Whatever shoot up out of the compost, it just shoot up out of the compost. I just have more tomatoes. But yeah, man. And I got plenty lettuce out there that I can harvest too. I need to start wrapping some of that stuff up, giving it away, start doing to drop some stuff off at people's house. Y'all need some lettuce? Y'all want some salad? But yeah, even the kale, I just juice it. I juice the kale. I don't eat kale like I have. Kale is strong. I prefer to juice it. But this is what we got going on right now. And I'm going to get those in the soil. I'm going to record that so y'all can see that. I haven't planted no seeds yet. I checked the greenhouse, everything looking lovely. We got 100% germination on cucumbers for sure. We got tomatoes coming in, peppers, slow germinators. We don't have them coming up. We got all the okra is starting to germinate. So we're gonna have 100% germination on all okra. We got the Louisiana green velvet. We got the rainbow mix. We have the emerald okra, and we have the Clemson spineless, and it's another one. The Go Big okra. So we got 5 different kinds of okra. I got 6 of each plant going. We're gonna have 100% germination. I got one Crenshaw melon trying to come up. Well, coming up. It ain't no trying. It's busting the soil in the greenhouse. I checked everything yesterday. But yeah, this is what's going on. Watch out for this. This is caused by overwatering. A lot of people like to say calcium deficiency, but when calcium helps the skin stay thick. So when you see your tomatoes this color on the plant, they pretty much strong. This one not soft. This one's starting to be soft because I harvested it. Plus it got the cracking in it. But this is not too soft at all. It's still firm. And when your tomatoes are just starting to blossom and come out or whatever, grow, the more they grow. When they're green like that, the skin on the tomatoes are thick. And calcium what helps with that. So when you're growing tomatoes, make sure you have a good organic calcium fertilizer. I prefer something you whip up at the house. Get you some eggshells or something. That's a good source of calcium. There's a lot more stuff. I just can't think of it right now. But grind your eggshells down in a blender or something to like powder and fertilize like that. You want to feed them not too much, but you want to make sure you got a good source of calcium to feed your tomatoes to keep them thick through the growth season. Especially if you want to keep them on the plant until they kind of ripen to the color you want them or whatever color they are. So look out for overwatering, look out for underwatering, and make sure you have a good source of calcium to feed them. That's just going to keep your skins thick, keep that cracking out. The cracking, it's another kind of cracking. And when the cracking go to coming around the sides of the tomato, not the top. Now the sides, that cracking, pretty much they're edible. But when you notice any kind of cracking on your tomato, whether it's all the way ripened or not, you don't want it to fully ripen pretty much. And there's no problem. You can let it fully ripen on the plant, but you don't have to. Tomatoes, most fruits gonna keep ripening to their full potential after you harvest them. But you gotta eat them fast. But yeah, that's what it is. Make sure that you don't overwater. Make sure that you don't underwater. Just kind of know the process and trust everything of what you're doing and learning. And at the same time, have your good good source of calcium fertilizer for your tomatoes. And until the next go round reflections, y'all know what time it is. Even though that ain't real.